money would be spent wisely, I believe. Back to you.
Thank you very much. And finally, Leo.
Thank you. Well, the issues raised so far, I have to agree with, but I think personally the money should be allocated towards the different departments. Departments like the police department, for example, where the crime rate is very high, where I believe the policemen are doing a job for the local communities, as well as departments like the fire brigade. I think money should be spent more into that section, okay, rather than giving it back to the government, who then have other issues which they use the money for. I think we should just keep it to the departments that require this kind of money, which I'd say would be someone, police department or the fire brigade. Thank you.
And the final question. What do you think about speed cameras being made more visible? Over to you, Tarsem.
In my opinion, the camera could be made more visible by painting them spots where they are fixed. And that way, or clear off any hindrance by the trees or corners or walls or whatever it is hindering the cameras. It should be clearly made visible. Thank you. Back to you.
And Paul.
I agree. I think the speed cameras should be visible. I think it's much better that motorists don't feel tricked into speeding fines by having hidden cameras and the like. I think the cameras should be highly visible so that motorists are aware of the spots where they're expected to slow down and keep within the speed limit. That way they're much more likely to prevent accidents and they won't feel as if they've been cheated by the speed cameras. I know there are places where speed cameras pick up hundreds of motorists in a row because the whole group are speeding. Now if the speed cameras are visible, motorists will be much more inclined to slow down and behave properly. Thank you.
And finally, Leo.
Thank you. Well, the issues raised today I agree with up to a certain degree. I personally think that in certain places the cameras should not be visible to the public. I don't feel that they are getting tricked in any way. I think really it should be down to the driver of the vehicle himself to be responsible. I don't think there should be signs in where there's every camera, so they will slow down just for the sign says slow. So then as soon as they've passed the camera point, they will then start speeding up. I think the whole point, really what we're trying to get across here is for safety, for everybody, for the motorist, for the pedestrian, for basically all the public. And I think really that the way forward is not just to have speed cameras which are visible so everybody can see them and slow down for them, but there should be some in certain areas with maybe a sign saying that police cameras somewhere in the vicinity, but they are actually hidden from the motorist's view.
Tell.
Thank you very much.
And finally, the end of the show. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming in.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Trevor McDonald, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the level of fines and to do with the cameras. Now I'm just approaching a group of men here. Good morning, gentlemen. Trevor McDonald. What are you? Now I want to ask.
Who are you?
Trevor McDonald.
Oh right.
We're asking you about the speed cameras and the level of fines in Luton. What do you think?
Terrible, absolutely terrible. They really rip you off. And did you know, the more you earn, the more they rip you off?
Well, I'm news to that. What do you think? Is your name Mr. Leo?
Oh, how do you know me?
I've seen you on television.
Oh, that's right. I'm a very famous guy then. Thank you. Sorry, what was the question?
The speed cameras and the revenue.
No comment.
How should this be projected?
No comment. Maybe you can help them out.
Have you had a fine?
No, I was fined. I once came to the town here my road tax disc was having the disabled on it.
Wow.
Because my missus was disabled. I just parked for a few minutes and the copper came up and while I was only awake a couple of minutes, they took the bloody fine. Fine less on the car. And even I persuaded her.
Tell me,
please.
Tarzan, could you let me have that officer's badge number?
Yeah.
I will chase him up.
Yes.
I'll track
She
him
was
down.
very rude.
That was a lady
I will track this man down.
She was the lady.
I reckon the lady
But
wants
I
the
have to pay-
words, don't you?
PC 602. I'll get him.
Yeah.
I'll get him. And that's all we got time for. And that's all we got time for.
Those lady cops are
I
really
tried to
vicious.
convince her, look at that disc, it said disabled. She
No,
said, no, we don't recognize that sort of disc.
Yes, we
we recognize from the council, that red thing.
Yeah.
I have to pay.
Cut it short there, my friend, gentlemen. Could
Okay,
you
guys.
all meet me in the police station at 4 o'clock? Thank you.
Thank you.
Right you are.